Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for sparing time to visit this page again. My name is Dooso, Radido, and I'm an author, I'm a thought leader, and an entrepreneur. And sometimes I teach the things that I know, including the Word of God. So today I'm so happy that we are finding again another time to just come and reflect on a few things. And today I'm going to share some highlight from one of my books that is called The Spark. The Spark is a book that I wrote. I wrote this book in the year 2017. So the book is more than 7 years old now since I wrote it. It's a beautiful material that I wrote. It's called The Spark: How to Awaken and Unleash Your Inner Genius. And on the front cover I have a quote there from the late Dr. Miles Monroe, one of the men that I listened to keenly, and he influenced my thinking a lot in a big way. He says, don't be a pigeon if you are born to be an eagle. That basically means you can't allow yourself to be small when you are born to be big. And so I want to share with us some insights. I'm just trying to look for that. Yes, that is the title of the book, The Spark: How to Awaken and Unleash Your Inner Genius. So this book is about giftedness and how to harness the power of your gifts. And I talk about gifts and talents and you know, certain other endowments. Sometimes it's even an idea. An idea could be what you have been gifted with, and how do you harness the power of that. I think a huge percentage of who we are as people is the endowments that we've been given, and a lot of our time is consumed trying to express that to the world, either in the businesses we do or the professions that we have chosen to undertake, or the different assignments that we find ourselves, you know, undertaking. A lot of that depends on our resourcefulness, our giftedness, our skillfulness, our experience, the ideas that we bring to life, the energy that we carry. You know, sometimes your gift is your energy. Sometimes your gift is your patience, your ability to understand and process things. Sometimes it's the ideas that you generate, or sometimes it's even the style that you have, that you use to do the things that you do, which makes you a person of value, a person of uniqueness. And so I wrote this book. This book was inspired by an experience that I had in a place which I didn't really like. I saw the way they treated people and the way they handled people, and I asked myself, why are they not able to see beyond the outer covering, the outer package, the outer container of a person, and explore the giftedness of people, the resourcefulness of people? And so I was writing this book to be able to speak to gifted people, but I also had a message in here for parents and leaders and teachers and mentors of gifted people. And so this is a book that can be read by those people. If you're a leader of people, or you're a manager, or you are a team leader, or a coach, or a parent, or a friend, you know, or a guardian to somebody who is gifted, then this is the book that you should be able to read and pick useful insights from it. So I'm going to share with you some 2-3 thoughts from this book, and I'll read a section of it so that you can be able to see what I'm saying in the book. But unleashing the power of your gift requires a set of things, and in my opinion, those are the things that would really provoke, awaken, and channel out or express the power of the potential that you carry inside of you. And therefore it is important for us to realize that being gifted is one thing. Creating an impact with your gift is a completely different thing. And according to the studies that I have read, sometimes scholars have said that being gifted is not enough. Your gift alone is not enough. How you use it is what really matters. There are people who are not so very gifted but they are very aggressive, they are very driven, they are very intentional, they are very adaptable, and they are very swift. And therefore they achieve a lot more than people who are highly gifted, but they are not moving an inch, they are not moving a thing. Their drive is low, their discipline level is low, their character is bad. And so they tend to lag behind and produce very little. So one of the things that I think gifts need for them to achieve the best of what they can is proper parenting, proper mentorship, and proper leadership. Actually, for me, parenting, mentorship, and leadership, they supply the environment for discovery, for packaging, for building, and for expressing, but I also provide intelligence in guiding where that gift should be taken and how it should be used. So if you are gifted but you are not parented well or mentored well or coached well or led well, then most likely your gift is not going to be as impactful as the gift of another person who is either equally gifted or even less gifted than yourself, but they are getting better mentorship and better coaching and parenting and leadership. And so one of the ways of enhancing the power of your giftedness, or the power, the giftedness of the people that you're dealing with, is to provide a proper mentorship, coaching environment, leadership environment that allows for the discovery. For me, one of the most important things about giftedness is the discovery of the gift. And sometimes gifts are called out by the leaders. Sometimes you may have a gifted person who does not really know that they are gifted. Somebody has to call them. Somebody who has to call out the gift in those person, has to remind them or to inform them that, these things you're doing, these are behaviors of a person who is gifted in a particular way. And so it's important that you are in an environment where somebody can spot it and call it out. Somebody can spot it and call it, call it forth, and be able to nurture it and provide an environment for nurture and growth and thriving and producing results. So that if you are gifted and you are not getting good coaching, good mentorship, or good leadership, then you may have to learn how to do that. You may have to learn how to lead your gifts into places of productivity. And that is where the place of self-leadership comes in. Of course, it is good to complement self-leadership with submitting yourself to a leadership of a competent person who can open doors for you and link you up with places bigger than where you can take yourself. But in instances where that is not available, you don't sit back and let your gift die or let your gift be buried without creating an impact. You have to rise up and just go out there and do something. I think it is Les Brown who says successful people will look for what they want, and if they can't find it, they create it for themselves. So that if you're a gifted person and you're looking for somebody to lead you into better places and you can't find it, just build those leadership capabilities and get yourself somewhere. At least on a platform where somebody can see you and say, okay, this one is somebody who should be assisted or led into better, bigger, higher places. You understand what I'm saying? So one of the things that you do to be able to maximize the impact of your gift is to provide proper parenting, proper coaching, proper mentorship, or proper leadership. That's very important. Now, the other important thing that I wanted to actually focus on today is providing an ideal environment for your gifts. Gifts will thrive in certain environments that can accommodate, can enhance, can stimulate, can enrich, can celebrate, can reward, can grow the gift. And not every environment is ideal for every gift. Every gift has its own ideal environment where it is supposed to thrive. For example, if you are a gifted footballer, the environment for that is beginning with a football academy, growing up in a football community, sitting under a football coach, professional football coach, and getting opportunities where the gift can be used so that it can be grown. And of course, an environment where practice is encouraged and supported and celebrated. So that in a situation where you are so gifted but you don't have the environment for the utilization of your gift, then you know that your gift is going to die pretty soon. Because gifts become sharp in their expression with use or with practice. So let me read you a little something here, which is going to help you. I'm going to read from the chapter that I titled Unleashing the Power of Your Gifts and Potential. The need for ideal environments for your gift. Gifts thrive in particular ideal environments. An ideal environment for a gift is a place where it can be discovered, nurtured, and manifested. Different gifts have different ideal environments for their optimum manifestation and performance. That's the point I just said a while ago. The ideal environment for a gift discovery is where there are people who are able to perceive or spot a gift hidden in a person and help bring it out to the notice of the gifted person or to the world. Such people are able to see or hear the voice of the gift even before it is fully manifested. In such environments, there are systems which would help in the process of identification of such gifts and talents while still in their hidden form. Found in these environments are people who are also able to manage and handle the delicate nature of the just discovered treasure in order to raise skill and capacity around it. The ideal nurture environment for gifts is a place where optimum nourishment of the gifts will happen, and such places have mentors and leaders to assist to supply all the gifts, all that the gift needs until it is fully nurtured. In such environments, the necessary disciplines and goals and action plans, attitudes and philosophies are developed. In an ideal nurture environment, gifts are appropriately packaged and branded for the marketplace. In such environments, gifts are exposed to the right people for purposes of creating team spirit and synergy in order to increase the potential of the gift or the impact or the output. Ideal environment for the use of gift is a place where gifts are matched with intended market need or the capability or the purpose of that gift. The market need of every gift is the solution your gift provides for a particular need in the marketplace. Your gift's marketplace is the place where your gifts are used, they are appreciated and celebrated. And that's very important. One of the needs of gifts or gifted people is the need of appreciation. First of all, the need of use. Every gifted person wants to be used. If it's a football player, they want to play. If you deny them an opportunity to play, they feel like you're crushing the world on them. They feel so bad. They want to get tired using their gifts. The other need is, of course, the need for appreciation and celebration. That's why you have to reward the gifts well. If you don't reward it after it has been used, it gets frustrated. It can be withdrawn from the platform if you use it and don't reward it. And all this happen in the marketplace of a gift. What I'm calling the marketplace of a gift is a place where gifts are used, celebrated, and rewarded. So those are some of the insights that are coming from this book, The Spark. It's a wonderful book, How to Awaken and Unleash Your Inner Genius. This book was written for gifted people and people who work with gifted people. So if you want to grab a copy of this book, you will check the link that I'm sharing in the comment section below. And that will help you to know where to get the book. And as soon as you place your order, it will be delivered to you. See, I hope that the insights I have shared with you today from the writings of this book, The Spark, have been helpful to you, and that you have picked an idea, have picked an insight, and something that you can use in making your life better, or the life of those that you are leading, that you are helping, and that you are mentoring and coaching in the different areas that you are dealing with. Allow me to thank you so very much for sparing time to be part of this. If you know anybody who should be listening to this or who should be learning from this, I want you to be kind and just tag them in this conversation or share the link with them so that they can be able to listen in and be able to get to know what you have learned today. Or you can as well buy a copy of the book for them and gift them with that book and use it as a tool to provoke them into getting back to roaring or getting back to life. Until we meet again another time, my name is Dooso, Radido.